Hello, my lovelies, how are you? Today, me, it's a Monday. I don't know what day it is when you watch this, but it's a Monday for me. Coming at you today, can you guess it? Can you? Yes, we have another foundation review. Thanks to my viewer, Debbie. Hi, girl. She is the one that got me doing foundation reviews. I never thought I would get on camera looking like this, guys. Never in a million years, days, weeks, months, everything. Never thought I would do that. But she requested it a couple of months ago, and I had the courage to get on here and do that. And I've done a couple, and I have more coming. I actually have a full face of Bellini coming, and that's going to be from top to bottom except for eyebrows, because I can't use their eyebrow pencil because it's just one type of pencil that's meant to fill in what you know, have sparse, and I have none. So anyway, getting on with today's. First off, I'll always start with my Juno Miracle Primer, my Moonshine Miracle Cream, and no, it is not sponsored. I just always talk about it. And now I have 3 backups because I had to open a new one. And let me just show you what, like, I opened the new one, and let me just kind of show you. This is so cool. So when you open it up, it kind of opens up in this little box, and they have little affirmations in there, and I cut them out and I put them on my mirror. First one says, "Baby, you're a star." Look at that. Isn't that cool? It says, "Baby, you're a star." And then the other one says, "Close your eyes and make a wish." So if you all had to make a wish, what would it be? For me to not have such long ass videos. I'm working on that. I am. I'm going to try to, like, start doing my foundation and then try to speed it up. That way I'm not sitting here the whole entire time. And the other one says, "You got it glowing on." And how are we going to get it glowing on today? If it tells me, there we go. You got it glowing on? Because we're doing a Ofra review. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sirs. We are doing an Ofra review today. And I always get my glow on with Ofra because I love their highlighters so far. So that's what we are doing. We are doing an Ofra foundation review. And if you watched my last video, you saw where I got this in, and I swatched it on my hand, and the color was hideous. So I'm not sure how it's going to work on my face. The color I got was nude. It's in a glass bottle, 1 ounce. And this color actually is the lightest color they have in this particular formula. They have 2 different formulas. This was the formula that was $24.50. I wanted to start cheap to see whether I like their formula. Let me just tell you what it says about this. It says a light shade with pink tones. Light shade. Okay, it might be coming across light on camera because of my lights. Here, it looks like a more of a beigey, I don't know. And determine whether you have pink highlights, yellow highlights, or neutral highlights. Okay, so I have not addressed this yet. You guys might already know this. If you look good in silver and gold, and you have greenish to purplish veins, then you have neutral undertones. If you have green veins, look good in gold, then you have yellow undertones. If, like me, you have bluish veins, doubt if you can see them because of all my tattoos. You probably can't. I don't know if I can even get that to come in. But anyway, if you have bluish veins, look good in silver, then you have cool undertones. And you can also see on my face, because I do have some reddening today. Don't know if you can or not, but anyway, I have pink undertones. So this is supposed to be pink undertones, so we'll see. Anyway, this one is actually just called their liquid foundation. That's it, liquid foundation. It says, "Have a fresh face look all day with this long-lasting, lightweight foundation made with aloe vera, vitamin E, collagen, and skin perfecting formula, nourishes and saves complexions with natural sun filters while evening out skin tone. Buildable to a full coverage, creates a seamless canvas with a satin finish for a healthy, dewy skin that looks like your skin." Now it does say, for a flawless and radiant finish, to use Ofra brush number 9. Okay, I do not have that, and I do not particularly care for brushes when I put on foundation. It just doesn't, I can't seem to get it not to have a swirl mark, and I've tried several foundation brushes. Years ago, I did use a brush until I found the Juno sponges. I used to use a brush, and I don't know. I mean, Juvia's Place has a good brush for foundation. They really, really do, and so does Juno, and so does blinged brushes. But I just don't like the way it looks on my skin. Having said that, I don't know whether that's going to make a difference with this foundation. So we're going to try it with a sponge and see what happens. This foundation does contain, it says it may contain iron and titanium dioxide. Whether or not that's going to make a difference with the way it affects my skin, with an iron in there. I don't know. I do have a tendency to have issues with that with some of my eye makeup, but it is in a lot of different eye makeup, so we shall see. Anyway, we're going to give it a try. There is beads, as you can hear. It's mixing it up, and I am going to put it on my plexiglass here, and we shall see. I do have some spots left over from old breakouts. I am using my Kiehl's. And my dogs, I apologize, I don't have any place to put them. If I put them in their crates, they whine while I'm on camera. No one else is home, so they're kind of here with me. So I apologize in advance if they act up. Anyway, I am using my Kiehl's vitamin C to try to lighten some of these spots. Anyway, look, it's not, okay, I've been shaking this whole time. And can you see right there where it's not mixing up very well? It's still not doing it. Okay, yeah. Let's do it like nail polish. Roll it around, roll it around, roll it around, roll it around, roll it around. This might be part that I fast forward, guys, because this is ridiculous. I'm just gonna go, because I can't. Okay, and this is what's weird. Okay, if you haven't seen my other video, kind of mix it up this way. It's actually a paddle. Okay, I don't put makeup directly on my face. And the reason I don't do that is because it can put bacteria right in your jar. So I'm just going to take some out. And I'm going to dab it. Dab it. Dab it. Dab it. I'm going to dab it on my plexiglass. I'm going to pick my sponge up that is dampened. And I'm going to give it a try here. We'll see. We shall see how this works. Okay. And if you haven't seen my Zoeva foundation review, I did that. I ended up not liking that at all. After I wore it over the weekend, you couldn't really tell on camera the difference in the color. But when I looked in the mirror, I can really tell it was really dark. And I don't particularly care for the way that it felt okay on my skin. But the way I described it to my husband is like, because I was trying to explain to him how it felt. And the way that it felt was like, if I told him, because he likes to shave his head because he's balding, starting to bald, and he's got really thin hair. So I told him, I said, it's like when you have one foundation is full coverage, like when I wear my Juvia's Place, it's like a heavier filling foundation. I told him that's when he has all of his hair and he feels like he really needs to shave it. But when he gets a little bit of hair on his head, that's my Yoma. But when he has a little bit of hair on his head, that's what the Zoeva. But when he has a full shave on his head, his hair fits good, that's the Yoma. I don't know how else to describe it, but anyway, this color is not good. It's not good, guys. I want to zoom you in. This is the lightest color they have. I am so glad I didn't waste my money on the more expensive one. Look, that is not good. Not good. This is the lightest color they have. Pink undertones. I don't know about you. That looks more like a peach undertone to me than the pink. It is hideous. Hideous. I mean, this is even a damp sponge, which is supposed to help lighten the color. The only thing I know to do is just to try blending it out. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit here and blend this out, and then I'm going to fast forward through all this in my video or clip it. So I'm not, I'm not trying to make it look any different, by the time I come back to where you see me. Look, okay, I don't like this at all. At all. This was the biggest waste of money. I don't know whether they do returns or not. That's the bad thing about online shopping, because as I blend it, it's blending completely off my skin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try the foundation brush like they suggest to do, because, I mean, this is like totally sucking, what. Completely sucking it, because, I mean, that's just disgusting. I do not like that at all. I am going to grab... I'm going to cut off camera here for a minute. I'm going to grab my Juvia's Place brush and see if I can't, because I can't handle this. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. This is the Juvia's Place foundation brush. It's got a somewhat contoured head, but it's a nice brush. I'm going to see if it works. I'm going to tap it on. I'm only going to do this side over here just to kind of give us a start on it. I hope this works better than that, because I mean, that was hideous. Gonna work. Alright, so what I'm going to do to save some time on this video, I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of the foundation on, and then we'll come right back. Be right back. Okay guys, I am back, and let me just tell you, I do not like this foundation. No honey, no my lovelies, not at all. It is horrible. I looked at the instructions and it says on here, it says bounce, buff or bounce using a pump or two of foundation to face using a brush or sponge. Spot apply to areas that need more coverage. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit. I went back, let it dry a little bit. See these areas where I need more coverage? Look what it did. I even tried my finger, I tried a sponge, I let it dry down. It's like it just gobbed up. It's splotchy, it's already starting to settle here. It's like really accentuating my lines. I mean, it's not smooth at all. I mean, for $24.50, it's performing like a dollar store. Dollar store might perform better. Look, there's like no coverage here. I mean, it's just really, really bad. And I don't know whether or not, I don't know. I mean, like right here, where my vitiligo, not covering it. Nothing. It's just not covering it. And like I said, I tried going back over it with, you know, like doing like this with my brush. I tried using my finger. I tried going back with a sponge and like doing this. Like lightly touching it. See it? I mean, it's really, really bad. So, I mean, I'm glad I don't have anywhere to go today because I'd be embarrassed to go out looking like this. That's how bad it is. And it's already starting to crease right here. It's tacky. I don't know. Like when I want to do this, it's not that it feels dry. It just doesn't feel good. Yeah, I would not be reaching for this. I wish we had a no for store around here because this crap will be going back in a heartbeat. And I don't know whether I can send it back to the company. I don't know how to go back doing returns, but that's probably the worst foundation I've ever used. And I'm not exaggerating. Yeah, this is horrible. I don't know whether I can save it by using my concealers or not, but I mean, I'm going to try to at least try to get on with everything else because I mean, that's just crazy. I'm using the Jeffree Star Peach to conceal some of my redness that I get, like around my eyes, the spider veins and stuff that I get. That seems to really work well with that. And I'm using my Sigma brush that's got a little bit of a tip to it. I'll show this in another one of my videos. If it comes in, still working on camera and lighting angles. Okay, that's anyway. I'm a little frustrated right now because I had high hopes for this foundation. And I know it's an older foundation. They've had it out for a few years now, but I still had high hopes for it because I do really like their highlighters. And it just kind of worries me now since I've got their glitch palette that I'm going to be trying today. Just really has me, I'm a little kind of worried about a glitch. You know what I mean? Know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Alright, and then I'm going with my finger and kind of doing like a press and roll for the edging. Okay, and then I'm going to use C4 in Jeffree Star just to kind of go down a couple of spots. And I'm scared. I don't even know whether or not using a wet sponge is going to mess up what's underneath of it now. I mean, I really don't. I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll find out. If I do it really lightly. And just use, you know, a light hand so it doesn't disturb the foundation underneath. Maybe it'll make it look better. I don't know. I mean, like the forehead isn't too bad. But this side's worse because I started with a sponge. So it's worse on that side than what it is on this side. But this side is just opaque, more looking, and this side's more gobby looking. That's why I'm back in red. And I even looked at the brush they said to use, and it looks so much like the brush I used. So I know it has nothing to do with the brush that I used. Because like I said, that Juvia's Place foundation brush is really, really good. I've used it before with my Juvia's Place, and it works really well. Because when I use their foundation sticks, that's what I used. I used that, so. Alright, so I lightly dabbed that on. This might be fast forwarded in the video too, I'm not sure yet. I'm hoping I can learn how to do that. Like each time I edit, I learn a little bit more. So last night's video, instead of being a 10-hour edit, ended up being like a 5-hour edit. So I mean, I'm getting there. just, you know, it's a process. Like where my light is, I'm like learning to like figure out where to move it to, and I really don't have that many options on where to move it because, like I said, my van, I think I might have said it, I don't know, I'm just kind of frustrated right now. My vanity is against a wall in between two dressers, and it backs to my bedroom, so I can't put like a thing. I don't have like a way to put a wall behind me and put like a lighting or backdrop behind me. And I tried having my light stand beside me, but then one side of my face would get light, the other one wouldn't. I tried putting it behind me, and I have to lean it into my vanity because I have no other place to do it because my legs won't open underneath my vanity. So it's like, oh my gosh, you know. But I'm trying guys. I'm trying. And I do want to do the alter ego videos for you guys as well. I did mention in my last, the video of whatever video it was that I had, where I said the alter egos all sell for $16 a pallet except for one that was 18, and I misrepresented that. I said that the Temptress one, I think it was Temptress, was 18, and it's actually Daydream is 18 because it has 18 colors in it. All the rest are 16. All right, I mean, look, it's like, I don't know what to do. I hate touching my face. And it's just, I mean, it's just breaking down. I mean, it sucks. Usually I don't put the concealer way over here, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Okay, I'm gonna try their banana powder. You know, this little tiny powder that I got from them that is all alone in this big world all by itself. And I looked at their other things. I was gonna buy another one to put in here, and like their little gadgets or whatever they're called were like $12 to $20 a piece. No, I don't think it's worth that. I'm sorry, I'm not paying $12 for one eyeshadow when I can get, you know, a full palette for $12 from like ColourPop. So, you know, I don't think that's going to happen. And after this fiasco of a foundation, I don't know, we'll see how these colors are on their palette, their glitch palette for their eyes, because I don't know, guys, I don't know. Okay, so the other day I used this color just down the sides of my nose. It did okay. It smells like bananas. But now that I'm putting it like under my eyes, it's too yellow for me. It'd be okay for someone with yellow undertones or a deeper complexion. But to me, it's too yellow, I think. And it's really creasing really bad. I mean, I crease anyway because of my age. And my skin is very dehydrated lately, so I need to drink more water. I need to drink some water. Keep that skin hydrated. I don't think he's going to get any friends. I think he's going to be lonely and say he's going to have social anxiety disorder like me, and he's going to stay alone in his house all by himself, or herself, or their self. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. They're going to stay home all by their self. Yep. All right, I'm going to use my wonderful Juno powder. This one is Brighten, and this one is Blur. I'm going to combine. I forgot I had some in the pan. Okay. I'm going to use this one under my eyes. I think this is what I'm going to use. Which one's this one? I used to have them like the little stickers on top. That way I know which one I was going to use, and I mixed them up and I don't remember which one I was going to. I don't remember which one's which. This is Brighten. So I'm going to put a little bit of this under my eyes. And down, I'm going to put it down through here because I don't want to over powder. But this might help this nasty coloring that I got going on. I'm going to put it up here, and then underneath my eyes I'm going to use a brush because I don't want to over powder underneath my eyes. So we'll use a brush for that. I'm actually going to use a Juno brush for that. Just barely like tap it. Because I mean, it's already dried out underneath my eyes anyway. All right, and then I'm going to use this one to do barely do my face. Just try to do something with this color. I even tried covering up. I got these like little white dots, and I don't know whether it's because I have a little bit of a dairy allergy, or if it's from malnutrition, or what. It's just really weird. They're not like pimples, they're just like these white raised dots, and I got them on both sides of my temples. And I tried getting something out of them, but they just don't, you know, they don't do anything, and I don't know what they are. But they just started happening recently, so I have no idea what they are. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna go off camera and I'm gonna do my contour with my Wonder Beauty that I got in my box from BoxyCharm, which is this color right here. It's the trip, the T for two, you know, yeah, the trip for two in the Bellini and the Costa. I'm going to use that, and then I'm going to do my eyebrows, and I'll be right back. Okay, my lovelies, I am back with my eyebrows on and my contour on, and this ugly ass foundation still on, showing everything bad with my face. But I don't care. I'm not going anywhere. So anyway, I am going to do the full face of Ofra like promised, except for, of course, you know, the bronzer and highlighter. I mean, bronzer and blush. I'm just all discombobulated today, I tell you. Anyway, so we're going to do the Glutch bundle. This is what came in the bundle. I got this awesome bag. I love bags, and this is like a really good bag. Like, I love smelling it. Anyway, this is like one of the weird things. It's very sturdy. I love it. What I have stuff in there now, but what I've been using it for is if I see things I want to use for my giveaway. Sometimes I wish I could get away. Anyway, my giveaway, I've been kind of putting it in that bag, and then I transfer it to the box for my giveaway. I'm doing a giveaway at 100 subscribers and 1,000 subscribers. And, you know, never know. Maybe one day I'll get like Jeffree Star and have millions. Yeah, I won't live that long. Anyway, you never know. Dream big, right? Dream big or go home. I am home. But I can still dream big, right? Yes! Yes, you can. Anyway, what else comes in that? It comes with the Glitch palette, which is this here. 9 liquid to bake metallic eyeshadows. Oh, very beautiful, isn't it? And the good thing about the way this works is that it actually comes off. And these palettes are refillable. Just to let you know, they're magnet and they're in there. It also comes with the highlighter that I've been using. It's 3 different highlighters, and these are available in larger size as well for $35. But these are the 3 highlighters that come in this special bundle. We have Pillow Talk and Space Baby and Star Island. I've been using Pillow Talk a lot. I'm not even a pink highlighter person, but I love it. The BRB lip gloss, which I've been using a lot. The HD Volumizing Mascara, which you can tell from the mascara on the outside. I've been using a few times. So far I haven't liked it, but I am going to try it here. The Verified Liquid Liner. I have not tried this yet. I was going to, but I wanted to wait until I got on camera. So all that comes in here. It was for $79 for everything. It says it's $141 value. Don't know if that's right, but anyway. I do have a $10 coupon code that I will link down below for you guys. I had a $10 coupon code when I got it from someone else. So I am going to pass that $10 coupon code on to you, because if you buy something, you can pass your $10 coupon code on to someone else. That's how it works. So I'm going to try this. I am a little nervous because they're all metallic shades. So since it, you know, they're all metallic, I'm not sure with no matte shades, I'm not sure how it's going to work. But what it says is, act like Y2K actually happened in this all liquid to baked eyeshadow palette. With the pigment payoff of our highlighters, these all metallic shades won't fade out midday. Go for a wash of color, or add these static proof shades to a cut crease or for a millennium defying look. Hit pan for a 404, excuse our internet humor. Easily pop out each pan in this magnetic palette with a full-size mirror and refill it with your favorite shades. And it says how to use. Like all Ofra shadows, apply to the lid with a dry shadow brush, or mist the brush with the makeup fixer for a bolder look. There's the mirror. Okay. So, all right. Let's just do this. I want to do one eye, go off camera, come back and do the other eye. Since this is the eye facing you, this is the eye I'm going to do. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit for you. And I do have my mirror here. One video I had it up here. I'm gonna try not to do that this time. All right, I'm just gonna go for it here. I want to use this for my brow bone. Usually I would go in for the lighter color in the inner corner. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use this one for the inner corner. And I will just show you my finger instead of swatching all of them. For time's sake, I'm going to just show you my finger as I use each one. This is that color there. I'm going to place that right here in my inner corner. It is very smooth. And also, before I forget, I have my P. Louise and Rumor 01 already laid down on my lids. And since I'm not sure how this lays, I'm just going to kind of tap it in just to kind of get an idea of how it lays. And I have seen some pretty fabulous looks with this. I've seen some people just kind of build all kinds of colors on their eyes. I'm not sure how many colors I'm going to use because, you know, I never know what colors I'm going to use. And I do seem to get better color payoff when I use my finger, so I'll probably use my finger in a lot of this. Lay my finger off. All right, I think I'm going to try, I'm going to try for some green. I don't wear a lot of greens. Let's try it. So I'm going to use the next color. I'm going to use this color right here. And that's what it looks like right there. I think I must have changed my my lighting, because my lighting looks a little different this time. I must have bumped it or moved it or something. I'm going to put it right here. And since I have hooded eyes, I'm going to look straight ahead. I'm going to put it up a little higher. And if I could see in this camera more, I would do it right in front of you just like this, but I can't. So, because since I have it zoomed in, it actually becomes like an up-close vision, which is where I can't see. So, that's why I have this little handy dandy Juna mirror here in front of me. It's got a little mirror I can take off and a big mirror in front of me. And I won't turn that light on. Earlier I had it on and I forgot I had it on. Okay. Now I don't know whether I want to use a brush on the outside edge or continue to use my finger. They are very pigmented and they're very smooth. They're laying down really nice. And they're blending out really nice with my finger. And I think I am going to use one of my bling brushes for the outsides, so that way I can get an idea of what a brush will do. Let's see, I'm going to use, let's see which one I want to use. I have all of my beautiful bling brushes. Aren't they gorgeous? This is female owned company, and they hand lay all of their beautiful bling brushes. I'm going to use a smaller brush on the outside edge. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use, yes, I have a magnifying glass because I can't see. I'm going to use E14, this brush right here, Starry Night collection. We're getting ready to have a restock, I think next week, I think. All right, this is like an aquamarine kind of color, which is this one right here. I'm going to use that one on the outside edge, and we'll see. And just in case, I'm not sure if I'm going to have any fallout, I am going to tap it off just to be on the safe side. It's a very pretty color. And I'm not really having much fallout. I have a tiny bit, but not too bad. Not too bad. But it is more intense with the finger than with the brush. But it does go on fine with the brush, but it is more of an intense look with the finger. So I'm going to try like blending it in with the finger. I probably will swatch a couple different colors here for you. That way you can kind of get an idea. Go back with this color. Okay, so much for fallout. I just lost a chunk. There's another chunk. Okay, so yeah, there is some fallout. Kind of hard to tap your finger off, but so you need to tap it with your finger before you, there goes more, before you, okay, so as it dries, you get fallout. Because I'm going back and touching this color, and as you saw, there was fallout. So let's see how it blends out. I'm going to blend this out with my E15, I think. Let me see which this one. I was wrong. E12. I'm going to blend that out and see what happens when I try blending, if it falls out. Okay, no, it just when I use my finger again, it starts to do that. And I do have some patchiness right through there, so I'm going to use a brush for that and just kind of tap it in. Just in those little spots right there. And these colors are pretty much in the same color family, so they do blend very well together. I'm going to go back with that green again. Now it's not falling out on my finger here, so we'll see how it does on my face. I'm going to tap this time instead of trying to push it around too much. And I do have it, it's already starting to fall off right there. So it's not good with layering. It doesn't layer very well. As far as with the finger. With the brush it layers well, but not with the finger. I'm going to try that inner corner color again and see how it does. It does the same thing. Let me wipe my fingers off and then dry it off. I have like I keep a makeup wipe to wipe my fingers off in between each color. And then I have a little towel that I dry. Let me see if it does the same thing when I do that for the inner color. If it's just a particular corner, a particular color does it. Okay, this color's not doing it. I'm not sure if it's that particular color or maybe that particular spot on my eye. This color is not falling out the way that color did. Could just be that particular way that color plays off the other one. I'm not really sure. Okay, and then I'm going to go with that lighter color I showed you, and I'm going to put that on my brow bone. And I'll show you that again, and that's that color right here in the middle, which is kind of like a Space Baby highlighter color. These are very pretty colors. And I do not bring that all the way across. I only bring it right here on the outside edge because of my hooded eyes. And then I kind of blend up in the leftover spots. I basically kind of bring that color right to the center of my eye, and that's from there over is where I put the brow bone color. Okay, then underneath of the eye, this kind of worries me because of the colors, but underneath the eye, I think what I'm going to do, just to kind of see what happens, I'm going to take both of these shades, and I'm also going to take this color here, the darker color, and I'm going to put that on the outside corner as well. So I'm going to first put the darker blue color, the aquamarine, I'm going to put that on the outside. Then using that same brush, I'm going to go in with that green in the middle. That way we're kind of bringing it straight down to kind of keep that almost like a square box uniform color. But then on the outside edge again, I'm going to take that grayish color, since I'm using a black liner. That way it kind of pulls in some of the black. And then I'm going to take that brow bone color, and I want to pop that on the inner corner. Since that's kind of like my highlighter color, I'm going to do that on the inner corner. Oops, I almost got it on my nose. And then I'm going to kind of tap it, kind of blend it a little bit there. And then I'm going to re-emphasize the colors that I used here, bring it down a little bit. And like I said, these are very soft colors, so the play on them is very nice. I'm liking the colors a lot, the way they're laying. They're not creasing. When I move like this, they're not creasing at all. And I'm sure the primer has a lot to do with it because it's a really nice primer. It helps a lot with that as far as the way your colors lay. So I'm not sure how they would lay without a primer, because I always use a primer because I have very sensitive eyes, very sensitive eyes. So if I don't use a primer, my eyes break out. So I have to use it. Okay, I do have some fallout from that gray. And like I said, it could be where I'm adding a color on top of another color, because I am having it when I do that. Okay, so now the little trick I want to do is I'm going to take just, actually this is my Wonder Beauty. I'm going to take, I don't use tape because since I already did my foundation, I'm just going to kind of do this to get a sharper edge on this outside color. Voila. And I'm going to bring this down again with that gray in there. And then that's the look right now. I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to add the blush, and then I'm going to do my eyeliner with, I'm going to do it off camera because I'm really messy at doing liquid eyeliners, and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I did go in with the liner like I said I was going to. As far as the liner goes, it did apply very easily. I am not that good at liquid eyeliners, but the nice tip, as thin as it is, let me see if I can get this one here for you. Okay, as thin as the tip is, it did make it really nice as far as being able to lay a nice line. When I went back to try to, oops, I just got it on my hand. When I went back to try to curl my eyelashes, it did come off, but it was easy to go in and lay it right above the lash line. So that made it nice. We'll see how that wears. The mascara is flaking already underneath. If you see my other videos, you know that I do have a lot of problems with mascara because of my thin eyelashes. I'm starting to get some eyelashes in here, but over here, I'll zoom in so you can see if you haven't seen my other videos. But over here, I am still missing eyelashes in here from chemo that never grew in. And I don't think they'll ever grow in. I do have some lash serum that I've tried, and it was working for a while. I mean, it did make them a little thicker, and they were starting to come in. But they stopped working. I don't know. I ordered another one, so we'll see. I went to my eye doctor about getting that lattice stuff or whatever, and he told me I have to go to a specialist to get it. I thought that was a little stupid. But anyway, I'm going to talk to my oncologist when I go in May and see what he says. More than likely, he'll probably just tell me it needs time, even though it's been a couple of years. He'll probably tell me that. I did go ahead and swatch all the colors of the palette for you. I do like them. I think they turned out really pretty. I did notice when I was doing the swatches that the colors did kind of chunk off. So you just have to be really careful. If you do use your finger, you just have to kind of tap it in. Just be really careful with that, but they are very pretty. And this is the way that the colors are. I'm going to try to tilt my arm so that you can see it all. I have to watch where I do my swatches because of all my tattoos. So these are all the colors in the palette. I'll start at the top and kind of work my way down so you can kind of get a look at the colors as you go. So they are really pretty, as you can tell. Hopefully you can tell. So they are really pretty colors. And as far as the lip gloss, I have used it a few times. I tried it over the Celebrity Skin Ammo. I'm not much on bullet lipsticks, but I've used this one a couple of times. This is, like I said, the Celebrity Skin, and I do really like it. I'm surprised at the fact that I do like it, and because I usually use his matte liquid lips, which I adore. If you watch my channel videos enough, you'll see that I do love his liquid lips over every brand I've ever tried. But I went in, well, back up a little bit. The foundation actually went on my lips, and it had chunks on my lips, which I didn't really pay attention because I was trying to hurry up and get it done until I put the lip ammo on. And then I saw these chunks. I was like, oh my God. So I tried to get it off, and I'm trying to like dig it off, and I was trying to like literally dig it off with with this end piece. I was trying to dig it off, and it was horrible. So I finally got it off, and then I went back in because it was still showing with the matte lip. It was still showing the chunk. So I went back in with the Jeffree Star Shane collaboration, the Ryland color, which I don't know if you've seen this yet. This is the color. Let me actually swatch it on my hand so you can see it. I can swatch it on different spots because I always swatch it on places what's hard for me to show you in the camera angle. But this is the color of Ryland. Let me actually show you better. Okay, this is the color of Ryland. Is it focusing in? Yeah, I'm going to have to really watch my camera angles and lighting angles to be able to get this in for you guys, so you guys can see a little better. But this is Ryland. And Ryland does not want to make an appearance. How embarrassing. Let me try something different here. I'm going to try it on my finger, since my finger seems to always focus in better than anything else does. There we go. That's Ryland. And I put Ryland on, and then I went back with the lip gloss. And it's okay. I didn't want to overpower since it had such, you know, overpowering lids. And of course I used the highlighter, which I always did like. But I think I prefer the Pillow Talk over the Space Baby. I've used the Space Baby before. It does have a purple shift to it, so I wanted to keep that in line. I did go back and on the inner corners right at the bottom, I don't know if you can tell or not, but I did put that pink in there, which is this shade right here. I did add that in to the, like, right here on that part of the eye. Let's see, what else? I used my Wonder Beauty, the blush. I like that. The foundation I hate. If I could give it a 0, I will. But sorry about that. My son came home. As I was saying, I would give it a 0 if I could, but I'll give it a 1 because of the price. I'm glad I didn't spend $40 on a foundation. Of course, you know, I still have the last part of the day to do a check-in, so maybe it'll surprise me and I'll like it, but as of right now, no. I do not like it at all. Would not recommend it. But that's just my skin. Could just be my skin, I'm not sure, but it's supposed to be a luminous foundation, supposed to be hydrating, and it's so far anything but that. So we shall see the way the day goes on. But anyway, as of right now, I do like the eye colors, so that's a plus. I can give it that. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining me here today, and I wanted to welcome you to my family. And I hope you come back to see me again. If you like my videos, if you could please give me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. And if you could subscribe, I'd appreciate it even more. Hit that bell notification so you know when I post another video. Like I said, I've got a lot more coming. I've got a lot of makeup palettes. I have, like I said in another video, I've got like 65, 66. By the time I get them all in, I'll probably have like 68 because I have some more on order. I do have a full face of Milani coming and some Stellar that I have. Like I said, I have some other foundation stuff. I've got a lot of ColourPop coming, all kinds of good things coming. So if you guys want to stick around with me, come see what I have in store. Thanks. Blessings, guys. Bye. Okay, guys, I am on my cell phone. I wanted to do a check-in in different lighting and different camera ways. That way you can kind of get an idea of the way the lighting is. This is my evening check-in. You can kind of see it better in this light. I want to hold the camera a little closer. Let me get a little closer to the light. You can see what I was talking about earlier with the way that it didn't cover here. And you might be able to get a better, let me back up a little bit, but you can kind of see the colorization that I was talking about. And like over here, you can really see it. So like far away, I'm not sure if you can tell. I'm kind of looking, I'm trying to see what I'm showing you. But you can see where I tried to conceal that, which is adding more, because they said you can, you know, build up the coverage. So I was trying to build up that spot there. So I didn't put any concealer or anything on it. That's just building up that foundation. The eyes still look good. It's holding up really well. The mascara isn't. It's actually starting to fade off. I'm not really sure why. It's only been like 6 hours and it's already starting to kind of, I don't know where it's going. It's not flaking off. It's just not there. Don't understand that. The gloss is already gone. It didn't even last through dinner. So that's a bummer. Everything else looks good. The foundation is no longer tacky. It actually dried down and it's very dry. Let me see what else. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know how to describe. I'm trying to figure out a way to describe it to you all as far as like the feeling like on my skin, like if I rub, if it's like rubbing off. I mean, it's just, I don't know how to describe it. I just don't like it at all. It might be okay like during the summer maybe when it's, you know, when I'm sweating, because it might be enough dryness to actually help with that. But it's supposed to be a hydrating foundation for a luminous look. If you saw my Zoeva, that was luminous. That actually had a luminous look to it. This does not. This does not have a luminous look at all. And I tried to be light-handed with that powder, and the powder helped the look of it because, you know, from far away, like if you're looking right here, obviously, I mean, you're not seeing the hard colorization that I'm seeing if I look up. And like what I'm seeing here is different than what you're seeing here. Because that's the way the camera shows it. But to get real with you guys, this foundation sucks ass. I don't know how else to put it. I do not like it at all. I will not be reaching for it probably ever. unless I have nothing else in my cabinet, which will probably never happen because I buy makeup all the time. So, final thoughts, because I will not be checking in again later this evening because I will be getting this stuff off my face. So final thoughts, if I could give this a 0 on a 1 to a 5, I would. But since the scale only goes 1 to a 5, I give it a 1. And that is pushing it. And like I said earlier, it's only because of the price. And $24.50 is not a cheap price by any means, but compared to like a $50 foundation or a $40 foundation, then yeah, I'd have to give it a 1. And I'm thanking God I didn't spend any more than that. Actually, I didn't even spend the $24.50 because I did have a coupon. So I'm glad I had that coupon because that would have really broke my heart if I had spent any more money than that. So anyway, thank you guys. Love you guys. See you in the next one. Take care. Bye. Okay, I know I said that was the end of the video, but I forgot to show you guys one thing. So remember I used the banana powder under my eyes? Look at that. Major creasing. And I usually get some, but I mean, it's really bad. And it's like the color changed on it. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend that powder either. Okay, anyway, that's it. I'm done. Bye guys.